Hey guys, before we hop into today's episode, I want to invite you to a special 4-day free masterclass that we're hosting called Ascension. It's going to be a 4-day workshop starting on November 15th. I'll leave details in the show notes below this podcast. Today we're going to discuss the question, does trading build or reveal character? Also, before I forget, make sure you subscribe to my YouTube channel, youtube.com/Akil Stokes. Weekly videos free for you. So I want to start off today by asking you a question, right? So I put out a quote this morning, and the quote said, I'll bring it over to you guys, trading does not build character, it reveals it. What do you think? Does trading build character? Does it reveal it? I got let me find my phone real quick. I got a comment on Instagram while I was spent this morning reporting the like the 5 new fake accounts that popped up last night. So that was something I didn't really want to do this morning. But I got a comment under it that said, lie. Trading builds lifestyle if you are consistently trading and becoming successful. A successful trader becomes successful human with high discipline and patience. And I don't know. What do you guys think about that as well? So are you on the side of trading does not build character, it reveals it? Or are you on the side of trading will build character because you have to be a successful human with high discipline and patience? Curious in what you guys thought about that. There's no wrong or right answer. It's all one of those opinion-based things. I thought it was a good question to ponder. When I first looked at it, it's interesting. I kind of looked at it first with thinking about the myth that, money is evil. And when you make money or you become rich, you become evil because it's really money, having success doesn't make you evil. In my opinion, it reveals what you already are. So if you are evil and have bad intentions before having money, when you make money, when you become successful, it just opens up the door for you to do that even more, right? Squid Game type of stuff where you start creating games of boredom where people kill each other, essentially. If you have good intentions, then money just gives you a tool that you can do more good things with. You can build wells in Africa. You can build schools and whatnot. So I don't think having money doesn't change your character. It just allows you to be more of who you are. Now, it's not the same as trading. But yeah, I think I fall into line with Orsi said. I think it first reveals it, then it builds it. And I would tell you this, right? So normally I would have said, I don't believe it's a lie, first and foremost. I think that's a horrible part of the comment. But I think the part that stood out to me was when the trader or the commenter, whoever it was, I'm assuming it's a trader, he said becoming a successful trader, right? Because there's a big difference, I think we can all agree, between being a trader and a successful trader, right? Just because you're a trader doesn't mean you're a successful trader. And when you put in the word successful trader, right, it kind of implies, and we know that if you want to be successful, you have to do the right things, right? You have to. I don't think you can be a successful trader without being responsible, without being disciplined, without being patient. So I don't think you can be that. So when you hear successful trader, it implies that you have to be those things. Now the question is, well, so first and foremost, that eliminates all traders that aren't that way. Now the question is, does trading help you become that, or is that something that you already have inside of you that it helps bring out? And that's where I kind of like Orsi's thing, where she says it reveals it before building it. So it doesn't necessarily build it in you. It kind of reveals the person you already are, whether you are already patient, whether you are already disciplined, or whether you aren't. And then I think you have a choice once your character traits are brought to the light, once you kind of see who you are, because trading really does, it strips you naked and has you stand there, right? It strips you down to just you and only you, and it's really a journey of self-discovery where you learn a massive amount about yourself. And essentially, give me a second to sneeze, guys. Kind of the journey of a newer trader is you head into trading with these thoughts and these ideas, and you're going to be successful and it's going to be easy and all this fun stuff, right? So basically you go in with like the typical generic internet rich person thing, like you got the fancy coat on, the gold chains, the hat, the jeans, the glasses, and all the quote unquote successful stuff. And then you go into trading and immediately you're humbled and it strips all of it down. You're humbled by the market, you're humbled by everything, and it removes the glasses, removes the hat, the gold chain, and eventually you get to a point where you're standing there naked. It's you realize that trading is about you. It's not about a strategy or any of this other stuff. It's about you as a person. And if you're going to be successful at trading, again, it's not about finding the magical thing out there. It's about changing yourself. So I think it does reveal your character. It brings you out and it shows you who you are. And many of you are forced to have kind of hard conversations with yourself. And then you have a choice to make. You have a choice to either be humbled and accept that change is necessary if you want to be successful. And hopefully by that point, you understand what those changes are. I have to do this, I have to do that, or I have to bring this out of me. Or you don't, and you just fail. Like I told you guys, when I was first on my trading journey, I didn't have any confidence in myself. So I was reading Tony Robbins' books because I needed to build confidence, and I was doing the positive affirmation thing where I was staring at myself in the mirror saying 10 positive affirmations a day to start my day. And that's not really in my character, but it was revealed to me that this was a flaw. This was something that I needed to work on as far as confidence. And you had a choice to do it. So I kind of like that, Orsi. It reveals it and then shows you what to build. Either reveals what you have, your good traits, or reveals what you don't have and what you need to work on. Someone else said, if I scroll back a little bit, Nikki says, for me, it's made me more aware of my strengths and weaknesses. Yeah, that's dead. I think that's a much easier way to say it, which has allowed me to work on more of the weaknesses. Yeah. So I think it does. I think it reveals your character first and foremost. I think it reveals your character. It shows you your strengths. It shows you your weaknesses, and then it's up to you on whether you want to take action to work on them. So it's funny. You get a simple quote like this, and it could be broken down. Chris says, changes can't happen without something being applied to whatever is being changed. Yep. Lisa says, I thought I was patient until I started learning to trade. Funny, I thought I was impatient until I started working with children with mental and behavioral health concerns. And I always say that was the most beneficial period in my life. One, because it broke down all the stereotypes of what I thought about people that had autism or other behavioral health issues, right? This was back in, I was in growing up, mental health wasn't a thing like it was today. Like looking back, like you say and you think some mean things to people that aren't like you because you don't understand. It's not like you're actually mean. You just don't understand. And school's a harsh place. So I love that period in my life because I literally got educated, training on certain things, and learned how to deal with them. And part of that was being extremely patient. And who would know that skill would be the one that would carry over probably the most into my trading, just patience and learning to become, I was already unemotional, but learning to become more unemotional and just kind of focus on the process. Because we would have some kids where they would escalate, meaning that you can see them getting to the point where there was going to be an explosion. Right? Have any of you guys worked with kids with mental behavioral health issues, anything like that? Anybody? So some of them are. Everyone's more volatile than the other. There are good days and there are bad days, but basically there's like this list of escalation that happens before it gets to the point of no return, the point where you don't want it to get to, the explosion, the eruption, I think we called it, right? And that's like when they just lose it and it goes bad. For some people, it's like just screaming and yelling and throwing stuff. For other people, it's violence. But so you're taught to identify these levels of escalation, and as you get to know the person you're working with, you can kind of tell where they're at. I guess it's the same thing with kids, or maybe I've never had a pet, but maybe a pet, where you can tell where your kids are getting more angry, and it's like, okay, we have to kind of take a break soon. One of those things. So, but with a lot of these kids and young adults, you have to be very purposeful and patient with how you approach them, because if they're on level 3 of this escalation, for example, right, and you approach them the wrong way, they can automatically go from level 3 to level 5. Instead of de-escalating it and taking them from level 3 to level 2, if you approach them the wrong way and they take it the wrong way, now they're at 5. And each level gets harder and harder to return. So you got to be very patient in identifying this level, and you go through kind of a process. So like with one of the kids I had, we had this strict process of what to do depending on what level you're at, where it was like one level was like, hey, tap him on the shoulder. Another level was like, give him something to play with. Another level was like, go for a walk. Another level was like, let him throw something at a wall, right? And there's this process of you keep trying it until it doesn't work. And I think that carried over to trading as well, just being able to follow this strict process, if then, while being very patient and not going crazy if something doesn't work. So that was cool. It's like I couldn't imagine dealing with someone with dementia, but that's probably takes even more patience, I can imagine, and that's probably even more frustrating. But interesting stuff. Or said this is similar to one of the quotes that I posted a while back, or she just wants to shamelessly plug her Facebook page. Trading is like a journey of the self-discovery. It will reveal your true character, so don't fight it. Yeah. I don't think there's anything that tells you more about yourself, whether you're good, bad, than trading. Again, aside from becoming successful really, really quickly. Probably, maybe the only other thing that will tell you more about yourself is if you get really successful really, really quickly. Or get lots of money. That's probably the only other thing. But yeah, trading it teaches you about yourself, pros and cons. So, good stuff. All right, let's get to the charts. Where do you guys want to start today? You can see our New Zealand dollar trade. Can you guys give yourself a tap on the back real quick for that? Right? Did you not nail it? hope you guys enjoyed the episode. If you did, as always, hit that like button. Also, give me a follow or a subscription wherever you're listening to this at. And lastly, make sure you check out our website, www.tier1trading.com. We've got all types of free training available over there. We also have a 14-day risk-free trial membership where you can hop in some courses, you can network with the community, you can hop in some live sessions as well, and even download some software. So you get all that cool stuff for 14 days. All it does is cost you $1, and it's risk-free. So no auto bill once your 14 days are up, no sneakiness. You're simply just kicked off the platform. All right, until next time, plan your trade, trade your plan. Take care.